Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. How's everybody doing tonight? Afternoon, people? Hi, Nem.
You're streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. I can mute you
oh,
if
you're doing
you'd
the
like.
intro, and I saw you do the intro, and thought it was funny. I was like, wait, what? You're introing the intro.
No, I had done
right.
the intro when I sent you the link, basically.
Oh, makes sense.
I should have clarified. I am sorry about that.
No,
do you need me to mute you again so you can go through your own startup procedures, protocols, and things?
No, I've already pressed start streaming when you start doing the intro. So thank you, everyone. I'm gonna be drawing while Drayden plays Nier Automata. Pretty much the intro I needed.
Yes, go near time.
I have pinned your link, so now people will be able to maybe double screen your stream.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I said I've pinned your stream, so people will be able to double screen.
We love that. Woohoo! Oh, I should do that to yours too. I wonder if I can pin a message. Sorry, one of my members of our club got in a car accident, so I am currently reading that and trying to make sure they're okay.
Yeah, no problems.
Hi, Pyro, by the way. I saw your message. I think I said hi, but just in case I didn't.
Oh my god, is it Nana? Hi, Nana. I'm so happy to see
oh
you.
My goodness. Hello, Nana. How you doing, friend?
So happy to see you. I'm seeing that you're preparing your things for your animation thingies. I am proud of you.
Good.
Hope you know that.
Live. I've expressed my deepest condolences, and now we can stream.
Alright, no problem.
Now I gotta yoink. Gotta yoink the Dark Nem friggin' link.
You need me to send it to you again, or?
Nah, I got it. I can just yoink yours.
Well,
yours is easy to yoinkers.
Yeah, true. So you're surviving the last 3-4 weeks. You got this. You'll graduate, and then you'll never have to think about this again. You got this. How are you guys? I'm doing fine. I'm just vibing. I'm still depressed because it snowed this morning, and I wanted to cry because
you're depressed because it snowed. Oh my god, northerner privilege.
I mean, look, it's like we're in like end of April. It's been 3 times that there was like, oh, it's going well, summer is finally there, and then boom, it rains. Or like, oh, it's summer again, and then boom, it's snow. And they've done that 3 times in the last 2 months. I'm like, decide yourself. Like, snow for 2 weeks, and then like resume with the spring, right? We don't need, stop making false alarm. It's April. It's almost May, true. It's almost May. So yeah, just we need
we have pinned the wonderful link to Dark Nem stream up at the top of your chat section. If you guys want to go and send them a little hello, make sure to follow them on their Twitch. Be sure to give them all the love in the world, and let us know how you're feeling. Indeed.
Oh my god, thank you for joining the shelter, Pyro. That's nice.
You weren't part of their... Oh, Pyro, you traitor. Can't believe them.
Yeah, they listen to you though. You said show some love.
No, I'm calling them a traitor because they hadn't shown love previously. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, but now they
How
did.
The
so
world
maybe they needed a direct order from you. They needed you to say, "Do it," right? Just do it.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Interesting thought. I think you're so real for that. No, I think you're so real for
Exactly. Some
Alrighty.
people just need directive.
So,
Better than never.
we're back with
True.
more Nier Automata. That is the plan, the goal, and the experience for today.
Yeah,
Man,
encourage
it has
everyone
been
to have
so
cooperate.
long. Not just since I've played Nier, it's been like a week and a half since I've played any video games. The
Really? Oh my god, why? Is it because it's final?
finals week plus the Eclipse trip. So like I had all of the work that I had to do before my Eclipse trip. Then of course I couldn't really play any games while I was on my Eclipse trip, and I had to cram a bunch of work after that. So like I've actually regularly, I guess I'm on my general current stream schedule still, but I've mostly just been playing The Room, which I love the game, but it is just like, let me knock something out in 2 hours and then go and keep working. So that's been hell.
I see.
And when I say work, I do generally mean staring at a blank Word document and pretending that I think I'm working, because I am experiencing some hella writer's block right now. I've got
I've
got a final project for my stats class that I was working on before this, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it so bad. Oh my god, it's so stupid and so awful.
Is it the thing you sent to me?
No, that was my final. That wasn't even the final. That was just a assignment for my sociology class. That was one of the most ridiculous assignments I've ever seen, with one of the most pretentious like things I've ever seen a teacher throw on an assignment. This is to make sure that you've learned in this class how to communicate effectively with others. You didn't teach us shit. We have not had a single in-person or even digital class meeting. There is no lectures. You just send us a PDF of a textbook from 2011 that you stole. And then you...
No, but Julian, have you ever thought about the fact that you kids are so ungrateful and you should take responsibility for your learning?
So true. So real. One of the
nowadays,
things in that unit, by the way, I did get a perfect score on that assignment, so neither, double middle finger. But it's just so insane that you're just like, have I communicated that? No, I don't plan on to. I'm going to anonymously report this sociology professor as insane, the same way I did to the last one.
Really? I mean, you should.
Not actually, not as bad. Like, that's the crazy thing. Brenda was so horrible, such an incredibly bad professor, that I don't actually remember their last name because I refuse to call them by it. They are just Brenda to me. And because I will not do them the respect of calling them by their last name. And also, they're just, you know, it's one of those things where, like, if you go from professor that openly endorses a fascist police state to professor that, like, vaguely hints that arranged marriages might be okay sociologically, you're like, you know what? That's an upgrade. We do call that an upgrade.
So sorry. Also, now that I'm drawing a rap because it's their birthday today, go say hi. But oh my god, it's an upgrade. Can you imagine living in a day and age when you have like a teacher and you're just like, yeah, you know what? Could be worse. Could be so worse.
It could be so much worse. My god, yeah. No.
In their class. What do you even do?
How can these people even get a job as a professor? Ah, well, you see, Black Beast, that's the secret. It's a community college. And they're teaching sociology classes. I can't imagine the barrier for entry is that high.
Look, I've been in visual arts, yeah, because right now I'm in animation, but when I was in visual arts, at some point I was wondering, like, why were all the teachers fucking bad and also depressed? And then someone was like, oh, but don't you know, we're like, we don't have, in Canada, we don't really have community college. We just have college and university. We don't have, like, whatever. So I was like, don't you know that in college you actually don't need a degree in what you're trying to teach? Or if you're teaching photography, you don't need that. You just need to have, like, enough certification in being a teacher. So, like, maybe 1 or 2 years in, like, being a teacher. And I think maybe, I don't remember how much, like, class you had to be relevant. But basically, if you were teaching, like, colors or painting or photography, you didn't need to actually know what the fuck you were doing. And I was like, oh really? And I learned that all of the teacher from their private life were all teaching the subject they didn't were doing. Like the photography teacher was actually a sculptor in their life. The sculptor teacher was actually a guy that made video editing and stuff with sounds and shit. And like the painter was like not doing paintings. Like basically everyone was teaching the other guys material, so everyone was mega depressed. And they all hated
so
their job.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they went with like, oh, this culture teacher is like taking their, they're just going away, so we need a teacher, and they were just hiring someone, and the person was like, oh, I'm a painting, but maybe at some point, we can all do the musical chair, and at some point I get the painting job, and they didn't. Once you stuck in your job, you were there, you stayed there, and I was like, wow, that really sucked for y'all. And I remember I once had a teacher, I fucking hated her. She was called, I can say her name, it's fine. She's I'm not gonna say her last name, dude, not doxing, but she was called Michelle. And Michelle had a problem. She was racist. She had, like, she at some point she told me, like, oh yeah, she was, during the, like, Trump election stuff, she was, like, saying that she could understand why people wanted a wall. Because at some point, from some bullshit statistic, she said that she I read a statistic that said that
I think the statistic was that Mr. McTrump said they're not sending their best, they're sending the rapists and the murderers. That's
no,
the statistic.
actually, no, if that was that, I would have been like, you're trying. But no, she said she pulled out a statistic that, like, I don't know in how many years, but there would not be any white people left. Like, we would all be mixed.
Like actual great replacement rhetoric. Holy shit.
And I was just like, ma'am, what the fuck do you care? Like, let's be honest here. Even if you hate people of color, you're already born white, so that's not even your problem anymore. Like, ma'am, you're born white. You're never gonna unwhite yourself, and you probably already have children because you're old as fuck. So, like, you're like, you and your children are already white. Like, that's it. Like, you don't have to think about it anymore. But she was like, yeah, there are not gonna be any white people. And I was like, that's not a problem. I don't care if in like a gazillion year all of my like little grandchildren are like mixed or black, or I don't, like, I legit don't give a fuck. It's not about me anymore, okay? Like,
well,
and I'm
know
like,
what the secret is? The secret sauce of that like understanding of, like, the only reason you can believe the Great Replacement is that you genuinely believe whiteness is some inherent genetic marker that the moment that it is interbred with the genetics of a non-white person, it is lost forever and cannot be regained. It's not about skin color. It's some weird palingenetic ultra supremacism shit. And, that's uber mega racist. You cannot, like,
I was
not
like, man,
believe
why
it.
the fuck do you even care for, like, because, like, first of all, it's not your problem. You're already born white, if that's, like, matters to you. But second of all, I'm like, why would you not want people, like, what's the problem with people not being white? Like, explain to me. But, like, she had a reasoning, right? She had an explanation. She had a proof right there, okay? In her corner. And I remember we were, like, tree student, because sometimes we had, like, lots of locals for different, like, type of, like, workshopping. So we were in the classroom where most people were, like, working with, like, stuff to cut and whatever in another local and a classroom. And then so we were tree street, and I remember the face of what the fuck, and we were all looking at each other with dread. And she said, because when I went, like, this summer, I went to Los Angeles and they were all Mexicans. I remember I was sitting here like, man, what the fuck? Like, second of all, like, and I was like, and she looked so terrified. I was like, poor lady, you're so, like, your racism really makes you have a bad life. But second of all, I was like, listen, tell me again the name of the place. Los Angeles. I think you were meant to have a special blue clothing. But I'm thinking they're gonna end, like, this is the last city. Yeah, there's only gonna be, like, white people, and it's gonna be, like, maybe Texas, maybe Alabama. Like, the only place there's gonna be white people. It's just gonna be a little circle. Los Angeles, a Spanish word, huh? Yeah, I'm like, bitch, if you wanna go to, like, a place with, like, white people, I think you should pick a place that is, not have a Spanish name or a name of any other ethnicities. Usually, like, if you want to avoid people of other ethnicities, like that's the first marker. And I was like, can't believe, like she went to a trip. I can't believe she didn't
Listen,
like.
if you want to make sure you only find white people, you're gonna have to go to some place called Ballsville in the middle of nowhere in fucking rural
exactly.
England. And everyone there is gonna be inbred. Have fun.
Exactly, but they're gonna be white, so like think about it. It was just like, ma'am, and she looked so stressed, and I was like, ma'am, I don't know how to tell you that just because in a place there's lots of people of color, it doesn't mean that around the world it doesn't mean it's all the same. I'm like, what do you mean? Like just certain place will have certain ethnicities more, and here we have other ethnicities, or we have, I mean, okay, where I live it's like white people, so I'm like, right now here it's white people. In other places it's not white people because we don't live everywhere, sweetie. We're not the majority of everything. Like it's like it's regional. Like we're Pokemon typing. Like what you like we there's certain, like in this area there's Vulpix, and here it's white people, and in other pieces it's not white people, and like it just makes sense. But she was like, no, she was stressed, and you know what? Fucking hell.
Well, that's what I was saying when I was like, the only reason you can ever believe in like the Great Replacement is if you genuinely believe that the only people who are white are people who are like the children of two white people. Like it can't be about skin color, because the skin color obviously can come back. Like if you have a light brown Mexican person and a very, very pale white person have a kid, and one of their kids is kind of tan and the other one is like pasty, oh my god. You know what a white supremacist, so you know what someone who believes in the Great Replacement theory believes? They believe the pasty kid isn't white, which is insane. And it shows just how racist that they actually are.
Oh, they're just like, oh, the second you're not purely white, you're not white.
Exactly, yeah. Like, it is a pure on true purity test. Oh my goodness, that is quite something over here.
So it's like purity test, but not fun, actually. This purity test isn't the cool one.
Yeah, this isn't the leftist infighting purity test, so it's not a good one.
Oh god, yeah, that sucks.
Look
so
at
most
the
Mexicans, also Mexicans don't know that most of like the south part of the U.S. was Mexican soil. I mean, yeah, because like people like just like country or just little line we decided to draw now. Like people are just, we're there, you know.
Hey, whoa! We slaughtered the natives fair and square for that land.
Oh. Yeah, just think it's funny because like, I don't know, like they seem to think that there was never, and I like the borders, they don't, like we enforce them, but they don't, there's just ground. So like people are gonna move, they're like, oh, what do you mean there's like near the border there's like other people of other races, like other people of races in my white neighborhood? More likely than you think. And I'm like, yes, sweetie, that's like we're all people, and like the lines doesn't really exist, and we just move across, try to make a life. I don't know, at some point it's really funny because at some point when she was gonna be gone, we were all really fucking happy, and at some point I was like going back to a friend that had like an exposition of arts, and she was there. And I was like, oh my god. And they were like, oh, thank you for your services. And I was like, oh, she's going. Good for the next generation. And it's really funny because that's the woman who tell me I should go. Because at some point I bullshitted an art piece, but like massively bullshitted. It was meant to be an art piece about like, you know, something that looks like it's almost falling, but because of weights or some shit like that, it's not actually falling, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was like, it was about balance, and she was rejecting every of my idea. Things were not working out. I started crying, so she was like, okay, we're gonna save your idea. And I was like, yeah, thank you, fucking ma'am. So she saved my idea, and I ended up with like a disgusting, it was like a giant tube of carton that I painted black. And I put some like piece of metal like in like kind of X inside, so it kind of looked like a caterpillar with like metal stick for legs, and middle stick going like trend like. Basically, it was impale. Like it was impale, and it was I put it in like an angle. And to everyone that asked me about it, I was like, yeah, the fucked up caterpillar. That's how I refer to it. I was like, yeah, the shitty caterpillar. That's my piece. But then she's like, oh yeah, you have to have meaning to your piece. And I was like, oh, I forgot about that. So I bullshitted something about how it looked like a caterpillar, so it represented nature. But it was made of industrial materials, right? Like big tube of carton and metal rods that, by the way, I didn't send, so anyone could have fallen and impaled themselves on that, and I was kind of hoping it would happen. I was like, that would be funny. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, it's nature, but all the same point, it's made of industrial, and it's a caterpillar made of industrial. So I was like, it's kind of.
9S's sword been piss yellow. What?
Are you sure it's not fire?
No, it just looks like it's gold. Or piss
maybe you
yellow.
Weapon you didn't realize, because maybe there's weapons that are golden.
Maybe.
So yeah, I was just like, it's
Hold on, let me recheck because good chump impression.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blackface. Said some words. I sure did, Pyro. Does she know? Does your old teacher know how skin works? Like, does she know how a tan works? Probably not. As Blackface said,
No,
let's
she was
assume
pastry
now.
white.
0.1% South African DNA? Doesn't count anymore. Not white. Which is extremely funny that you say that, Pyro, because most South African people are white now. Thanks, colonialism. Title of this stream should have been US Mexican racism.
Yeah.
I'll have you know the other person involved in this is actually Canadian, so it's really just all of North America against Mexican racism.
Yeah. So yeah, so basically I just said my title, my piece was like a metaphor for industrialism, and she asked me after class to see me. Like when she was giving the report, she was like, I need to see you. And I was like, the fuck did she caught him for once? Did I bullshitted it? And she sit me down, and I'm like, oh shit, is she gonna give me? And I was like, I saw the grade, and I was like, I got like a 90, and I was like, what the fuck? She gave me a 90. That was bullshit. And then she sit me down, and she's like, can I speak to you? And I'm like, yeah, good, yeah, go on. And she was like, have you ever thought about becoming a visual art teacher? And I'm like, what? It's just like, I can so, you have such a way with words, and I can really see your intent in your piece. Like, you're talking about, industry, and I said I would use the word austerity to say, because it was painted black. And that really like
that really sold it, you gotta use this SAT word.
Old people, the word austerity, it gives them a boner. So I was like, yeah, like the piece is full of austerity because it's like industrialism and loss of nature. And she's like, I can really see the austerity in your piece, and like the industry. And I was like, I can really feel it. Have you ever thought? And I was like, I'm gonna consider it, ma'am. I was not considering it. I was like, you're depressed. Everyone here is depressed. People here are like, teacher are making alcoholism joke about their water. Like, people don't want to be here. But she was like, you really should consider it. Yeah, I really feel like you have it. And I was like, ma'am, I bullshitted this report like maybe 30 minutes before ending it over. I don't think you want to say that to me. So visual arts is a scam, by the way, guys. It's like it's a degree you get to get another degree, okay? It's like your entry pass, okay? You don't need it anymore after that.
Yes, more near. In fact, that is true, Danny. We are in fact playing more near. I mean, it's like in Europe. Everyone else.
She wants intel on A2, does she?
Also,
where should we
we're
start?
apparently getting into
We could check out the energy
A2.
reactions generated during battles. The fusion reactors of androids and machine life forms shut down when they're destroyed.
It is like that, okay? I'll be telling you. Animation school is less of a scam. I'm there, and it's actually based, but visual art, like traditional art, like painting, sculpting, it's bullshit. You're not gonna learn how to do art. You're gonna learn how to write. If you want to get better at writing, don't go to a writing college. Go to an art college. You're gonna learn so much. I'm just kidding. But honestly, I was like, I learned so much about writing in those class, because you just learn you learn everything you need to. You're gonna become such a good poet by the end of it. You're gonna learn some new fancy word. You're gonna learn about biases from people, how to string an emotional chords in different demography. It's you're learning lots of Is it good? No. But you know, you're learning. You're learning.
We said you would learn something while you were working with us here. Whether or not it would be relevant, that's your own question.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn art because, like, I think I did learn like maybe 5-6 things in my 2 years degree, but like that's it. Okay, you learn 2-3 tips, and the rest you learn. But bullshitting is like actually a skill you need in life. So
True.
you know, they did taught me something that was pertinent, just not in my art career. You know, I mean a little bit, but just in life. You know, you learn. I'm better at customer service now, and I'm better at talking with people, doing small talk. Ooh, what's up? You go to late game area early. No, I want to make sure that Drayden is having the story, the vibe.
Which part of Scientology? Quite possibly. Drayden, you want to go to late game earlier? Early, I said no. You'll learn more on YouTube than at college. You'll learn how to Google when you learn how to program. I certainly learned how to use a spreadsheet in my statistics class. I don't think I learned anything else, though.
Fair. I think there's like a few things you learn in class, but they're not the thing you're thinking you're gonna learn. Like, you go in any class and you think you learn the title of the class, the subject. But no, you're just gonna learn, like, you're gonna learn the socialization skill. You're gonna learn how to organize. You're gonna learn not to, like, spit at someone where they're being disrespectful. You know, you're just gonna learn straight up life skill. But you're not gonna learn about your given subject. I'll be honest. Except, okay, to be an animation, we did learn a few things, but I will say that I've seen a few YouTube videos that I was like, oh, I could
just watch that.
Yeah. Because I've watched it, and I've always struggled. I'm a mediocre animator, and I'm fine with that, because I've not practiced that much, and I didn't understood how to animate until I was, like, in my second year. So it was kind of too late by that. Not too late, but, like, you know when you're, like, in math class, and they teach you something, and you think you got it, but you really didn't got it, and then you're, like, farther away with, like, big formulas that required the first thing that you thought you knew and you didn't. So now you got all of it fucked up. That was me in animation, and I was like, oh, that's bad. So yeah, I was just kind of, yeah. So yeah, I'm a mediocre animator, and at some point I was like listening, just like watching video. It came up on my feed because I guess I'm an artist. And I remember I watched some guy explain what it took me an entire session of college to learn, if it's not a year, and I was like, oh, it was that simple, right? Thank you, random internet man. It's always that one guy on YouTube that's gonna fix your life, right? Basically, okay, it's like, you know how they say sometimes when you want to understand a text, read it the second time, okay? The first time is your paying college diploma, and then the second time is the YouTube man. And I'm gonna say they're the same quality, if not more, the YouTube man, right? But it's the first read. The first read is the college degree you pay for, and then you got the YouTube videos. And
well,
bro, I felt that, right? I'm like, you're gonna at some point, if you have a problem in life, no matter how big, no matter how small,
had something to do with
at some
his
point
weirdness.
you will stumble
Did the
upon that
human
one YouTube
sexes
video that's
interact
gonna
with each
fix
other
your
like this?
entire life,
Who
bro.
knows?
Just think about that.
Nine
There's
as
a video out there
analyzing
for you.
John Paul's fucking cult is like an incel.
True. John Paul.
No, he's like, I wonder if the fact that all of his followers were female had anything to do with it. Did the human sexes act this way?
Oh, I mean, look, Linus, yes. I'll be honest, I don't like John Paul. I'm like, it pisses me off. I hate existentialism, okay? I don't want to think about that. I fucking hate John
You
Paul.
have
I'm
a
like,
specific reason right now.
yeah, but in general, I don't like people who are like, I don't know, especially like, I've read a bit of existentialism because you don't have choice in philo class, and they always seem like the people who are the most fucking stupid. I don't know how to explain it, but they're always like, what it is to be alive? Is it because I can touch this fucking glass? And I'm like, yeah, I guess it's a question to ask, but like, I don't know how to say it, but existentialism like class are gonna, like, I've read text and it's like, okay, touching my desk is what makes me alive. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's an interesting thought. But then they're gonna rehash the same sentence 50 times, explaining what's the glass, what's the touching the desk, what's the everything, and you're just like, dude, you could have touched grass, eaten some good ice cream, talked with a friend.
But what does
You
it
could've
mean
done
for
that.
us as humans that we never truly interact with another object outside of our own mother?
I mean, I think you interact with lots of shit. What do you
But
mean?
you never do on the atomic level. You never touch. Atoms never touch each other. I mean, separate objects, you know? They were...
Yeah.
The sensation of touch is generated by
Maybe
the
if you
electromagnetic
make a-
resistance of the atomic field.
Maybe if you make a blood pact with someone, you think you kind of.
So true. Actually, yeah.
I fixed the problem. You told me we were separate objects. You make a blood pact, you now have some of the you just one object, and now I fixed the problem. What's the problem? I'm gonna take any philosophical text and I'm gonna be like, bro, was that complicated? I'm gonna find a bullshit answer. Is it a good answer? No, it's not a good solution to another problem. But it's a solution, and you know what? Everything we're doing poorly. I'm gonna find a 20% success rate solution, and that's just it.
Hey, there's a screw on this thing. I want it. Please. Please, game, give it to me. No!
How much does this college course cost you? Because you guys need a refund, and if it's free, get it anyway. I don't remember. Okay, I think I'll make an
well,
app.
you see, it's $1,500. That's how much my college semester cost me.
Semester?
The whole semester at
Dang.
my community college, just to pay for the classes, I believe was $2,132.95.
Jesus Christ, y'all are fucking getting robbed.
Yes. And that is
Okay,
a community college. Do you know how much it is for a semester tuition at most like 4-year schools?
No.
$5,000. And that's a cheap
Well,
in-state
okay,
school.
wait. Is it $5,000 for the entire diploma or by session?
For semester.
Oh, wait, for like
So like 10
for
grand
a
a year.
semester or the 4th semester?
Huh?
Because here we pay for the session.
So you would
So,
pay at a 4-year school, most of them will make you pay by half of a year. And
Yeah,
you have
that's what we
4
pay
years.
for.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 years! Jesus Christ, here it's like 2 for a pre-university or 3 for a technique degree that you can get a job.
It's 2 years for an associate's degree. It is 4 years for a bachelor's. Or 2 years for an
Oh, you do a
associate's and
bachelor
then 2
in
years for a
college?
bachelor's. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's not how it works here. Okay, that might be why. Okay, because here in Canada, college is there's no community college or whatever. It's college for everyone, and usually, if I remember well, it's around maybe $350 per session, 350 Canadian bucks per session. So like example, and most things are either pre-university, which is 2 years. Which means you'll need to go to university. For example, visual arts was a pre-university, so you have 4 sessions, so 4 by 350, and that's how it costs you. Or you have technique that are 3 years, and usually you can get a job. So, for example, my animation degree that I'm doing is a 3-year, and I think it was like around 350 too, but maybe a bit more because it was like specialized. So let's say like let's pump it to 400 or some shit for the sake of calculation. So 4, and it's like. Yeah, it's 6 sessions for 3 years. So 400 by 6, and then you have your price. And you just do that. And then, if for example with my pre-university I could have gone to university. University are pricey though. Here university, like yeah, you pay. I had a friend that went to university at some point for a little bit to try and be a teacher, and that they gave up because teaching here is bullshit. So they didn't do that. But yeah, it was costly. It was price. So, funnily enough, if you can, most people, like, if you don't have money, you try to get a degree at college, like a technique degree, because you just, the second you step your feet in university, they start running your pocket dry. Okay, you're bleeding out your life. So you don't wanna, if you can't afford it, or if you can avoid it, you don't wanna ever step foot in a university here. You're gonna stay in college, because college is really not pricey. So that's a way of life. But yeah, oh my god. So you guys do a degree in college.
Well, so I mean that just kind of sounds like we're using different terms to describe the same system, really, because you have. Because so what I'm describing, like the 4-year college, that's a university usually. You have to go to a university to get a bachelor's degree. But just, you are expected in America to go to university. So you either get a college degree, which would be your bachelor's degree, or you just finish with a high school degree. So everyone just calls university college. But, like, the thing you're describing, where you, like, do a 2-year technical course or, like, something, and it's cheap as hell, but, like, it gives you the ability to work in the industry, that's, like, our equivalent of the associate's degree of being a, like, some kind of... That'd be our community college, basically. And then you have,
Yeah, but everyone here has to do community college to ever have a chance at anything. For us.
I mean, yeah, you have to get a bachelor's degree if you ever want a job in America, so, you know.
Yeah.
We do have it worse. Anyways, hey, who's this guy? Have I thought about giving Nier Replicant a try after I finish Automata? Yes, I have. I'm not sure if I will or not, but there'll definitely be a break between the two of them. Yeah, it's on the radar. You're the guy who's got those chips back for me, right? Boy, do I ever owe you one. I suppose you noticed those chips were your, huh? Well, there's a reason for that. Let me introduce you to the new addition to my family. Alright, what fucked up shit are you? Oh my god, is that a child? Hello? Your family? I always wanted a family, you know? Or at least I was pretty sure I did. Seeing all the machines living together in scenarios started making me lonely. So I went out and stole a broken down Yorha body. I'm hoping I can repair it and use it to kick off my very own family. You're a S-type. Hello. Unbelievable.
It's like a 9S.
Yeah, I know it isn't right, but I don't care. I need someone I can live with, someone I can protect. You won't tell anyone, will you? Please. Sir, your child appears to be in pain. Hey, kiddo. Oh god. This is a little fucked up, huh? Sir, how did you manage this? How did you get your hands on a child? Like, he's shorter than 9S. How did you get your hands on a fucking child robot? These don't exist. What the fuck?
I mean, he stole a broken
I love how it's a 9S duplicate with black hair. But so true. It is just his model scaled down slightly. And
Edgy.
black hair.
Edgy 9S.
Well, that's fucked up. I'm glad I saw that.
Really? You don't like? I thought it was cute. I thought a poor little robot just wanted to live.
I can't tell if that's a cry for please kill me or if that's a cry for please don't tell anybody.
Ditch.
Yeah. I think it could really go either way, huh?
True.
God, there's so many side quests. I don't know which ones are important. I don't know which ones make disappear. Well, we have one that's related to A2, Anemone's Past, so we're gonna go do that one. Because that one sounds vaguely important.
You got this.
So,
Yes.
if you were to go to college, if you were to get like yourself a 4-year degree, if you were to get your bachelor's degree, what would you get a bachelor's in?
I mean, right now I'm already have like a 3 years degree, so like I guess that's close. But if I had to, okay, when I was young, I wanted to go into psychology, but I don't know if I actually would like to do that anymore. Because I started to realize I have no patience toward people who don't want to ill themselves, and I feel like I'm gonna meet a lot of those in psychology. Like, if someone want to help themselves, I'm gonna move, like, her in mountains for them, and I'm gonna be like, oh, here are all the resources. You need my help? I'll go to your house. You don't need me to cook? Do you need me to, like, take you on a walk? No problems. And then someone's like, I don't feel like, I don't know, it's not gonna work. I just don't want to do it. Oh my god, I just can't. I have zero patience, and I think those people deserve help from someone that has patience. So, to not fuck up people, I would not go into psychology anymore. Really funnily enough, because I start like getting back into playing violin anymore, I think I would love to have maybe a musical degree. I think that could be cool.
Interesting.
I feel like music is fun. Yeah. I feel like it would be fun, you know, because I really realized that personally, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss off every musician in chat. I have someone who's played music and played like art and done art. I feel like art, there's so much more technical knowledge that you have to know. So it's not a given that you're gonna improve just by practicing, because you have to understand really lots of things. While violin, I remember like learning about it and like having a teacher. And I didn't need to learn nearly as enough shit as I needed. I was just like, someone was telling, like, my teacher was like, oh, you're not holding your things properly, just keep that in mind. And if you kept that in mind, after a week or two of practicing, you would be good. And at some point, most of it was just ingrained in your body, and you didn't have to think about it, and you just had to practice it and keep your mistake in mind. So it was really just keep your stuff in mind and learn a few things. Like, you don't have to think about it. You just have to practice. Like, it's one of the things where it's like, actually practicing will make you good. And so I think I would love to have a job that's easy like that. Just like, be good. I would love to do shit with like
I will say, I think that kind of lands more in the like performance aspect rather than the creation aspect. Like, if you wanted to like compose stuff, right?
Oh yeah, now
that
you're
would
fucked.
be a lot of the same technical stuff that you're talking about for art. And I think that's like where the dividing line is. If you just want to be able to play an instrument, read sheet music, perform that out, that's probably a lot of muscle memory. But that's basically equivalent of like being able to cram out a sketch of an anime girl every 2 minutes, you know? Like, if you practice the same art style forever and ever, you don't need to know anything technically about why it works. You can just say, oh, this looks good, and I know how to reproduce it, even with some minor variations, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. But I think it's funny because art is one of the only thing where you can't. Most of the thing, there's lots of art
That's
form that you can
A2's
just
handiwork,
like.
I bet.
No, actually,
I'm
just
not
music.
picking
When
up
I'm
any
thinking about
sign
it,
of
like
A2
writing,
herself.
you can just like
What
how
in the
could you
world?
write something without like creating it? But music, you can like really do it. I think it's kind
Pod,
of
help me out here.
interesting, right?
Analysis.
So I'd like to do
It is
that.
believed to be a data log related to
Do
your
you, are you
unit
saying for
A2.
your degree just to
What's
get
the
a
data?
job, or
The
just for
data
the
log has
funsies?
been
'Cause
irreparably
funnily
damaged.
enough, I
Further
learned
analysis
to
is
do
impossible.
dance class. I think that would
Why
be
do a
nice.
bunch of machines have A2's data?
Hey, 2B, I'm picking up other reactions. We should check them out.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So you have. Am I supposed to go deeper in here for this quest? Anyways, It's not clear. Ah.
Yeah, good job. I hate
Okay,
being
yeah,
at the
I'm
place
going
you're
back
at.
in the. Gotta go back.
I hate it personally,
Okay.
so good job for you doing that.
Anyways, so your question was, is my question about just for the fun of getting a 4-year degree or for a job? Up to you.
Because I would love to learn to dance. I think that would be kick-ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look, thing I want to try in life, so, you know, sucks that, like, I can't have a degree in all of these shit, and I'll just have to, oh, I have the YouTube video, actually, as we mentioned previously on the last episode.
Exactly. So, I don't know. I'm getting my degree in writing, so, you know, I'm already doing mine for enjoyment more than I'm doing it for anything else, obviously.
Yeah, you could, like, if you had to turn writing into a job, you could go for journalism, but I don't think you'd, I'm not sure if you'd like that personally.
I don't think I would want to be a journalist, no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think I would end up getting killed, frankly.
Because you would say things and then people would be like,
I would.
Yeah.
I think the Israelis would have an airstrike on me within the hour if I decided to become a journalist.
Yeah, you don't have the precious skills it needs to shut your mouth. Like you would just be like, actually, I'll just say the truth, and it's like, Drayden, you can't do that if you do journalism. You're gonna get. If you want to do if you don't want to do journalism, you have to shut the fuck up. Like that's like half the job. It's like I don't think someone could say bullshit, and I don't think you'd be able to tolerate it. So yeah, bad job for you. Don't do that. Unless it's anonym, unless you're an anonym journalist, but even then, people will find out where you live. So yeah, maybe find something more peaceful. You know.
I definitely have a if like what's it called? I have a interest in like what was it? Someone had as a writer, if you get a degree in that, you can be like a publisher.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn how to you can get good at that sort of thing. There's also like there's other things, I don't know. It's completely fleeing my mind currently. I was at a college thing and someone had told me about, what they were doing with a writing degree. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's definitely something I could do. I think it was being like a publisher of some kind.
Imagine. You're probably either you're gonna be like, ooh, that's good, or you're gonna be like, I hate this, how dare you say that. But imagine, Drayden,
It's a bit like being a
journalist and making game reviews.
You see, my current job, no. The issue with that is that is a market currently being massively oversaturated by AI. And like...
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Generative chatbot
You need to
AI,
play the game.
Nah, you don't. You can just steal other people's stuff using ChatGPT, basically. No, it's like it's really bad right now for people who want to do like games journalism, because the expected output for a like games journalism site is like 16 articles a day, all of them about massively trending topics. And that's not really a feasible position to be in, And as such, the issue becomes something more like, how do you... Sorry. You're not really able to keep up with it, unfortunately. And so I saw this really interesting piece about how the internet has become optimized not for people but for machines, because machines are the optimal user for any social media, for any kind of media, like internet company. And it's true, they are, because like the optimal user of a internet company, so like Google or something, it is a user that posts content every single day and interacts with as much content as possible while linking to as much other content as possible. And that just describes how AI stuff is run, like botnet type content farms. Those things are very heavily... There is a chest down there I have never opened.
Links in bio. I see.
Links in bio, stuff like that. I'm having a very difficult time being analytical today. That's a shame.
No
I'm usually
problem.
quite good at it.
I mean, you're kind of holding a conversation with me while being in the worst place of the game to find yourself. So,
Wow.
like, I honestly, I hate being where you are. I hate it. I never go there. Because I keep getting lost.
Oh.
Traded. You know.
Yes,
me.
I am kind of using a lot of brain power to not get lost currently. To flex my superior brain power over you.
Because, you know, usually, like, in this game, usually you can do the funky thing of using a vending machine to teleport. But there's not, there's like one at the beginning and that's
There's like
it,
one at the
if I
beginning, yeah.
remember.
You gotta know your way around, unfortunately.
Which, as you know me, I don't. So, it becomes complicated. It complicates my life a little bit.
I don't doubt it, yeah.
Yeah, I have a problem with orientation.
So yeah, anyways, bots are the primary and they are the optimal source of these companies to generate income because you don't have to pay a writer, you don't have to do jack shit for them, which really sucks. So if you want to do it, you're competing with a bunch of AI schlock that will be pumped out at a continual rate so much faster than you could ever do it. That is all search engine optimized, that it's just an impossible circumstance to be in.
Unless you you kind of almost need to have like, how would I say that? You kind of almost need to be like, have a reputation. Like, everyone, like, how would I say that? I feel like if you wanted to do that, you need to have a special aesthetic. You need to have a special brand. People would need to know that you are
That's why,
human.
like,
Analyze and
YouTubers
collate the
are
information
still
in those chips.
relevant
Analysis
because they have that
like AJ.
personality.
Information about your high unit.
Yeah, and they make good videos. That's right. I guess articles are bad because articles, when
Collation
you
complete.
see words, it's tough
The
to see if
contained
it's
data
like
is in the
human or
briefing
not
report for the
human.
Pearl Harbor
While,
descent
for example,
undertaken during
video,
the
I
14th
guess,
Machine
when I
War.
see a 1 hour
on.
video,
That operation was carried out by the Yorha generation that came before us, right?
We're getting
Anyway,
lore.
mission complete, I suppose. Let's get back to the resistance camp.
Okay, A2 was involved in the Nier Automata Pearl Harbor. That's weird, but okay.
yeah, I remember. I was good.
Anyways, yeah. So I don't think I would want to be like a games journalist. I don't think I would want to do that even if it wasn't in the massively oversaturated and uncompetitive field where you were just fighting with robots to make fucking slop content for the rest of your life. I just just the general like way games journalism is usually done is just not something I find particularly interesting.
What do you mean?
I do not want to write a bunch of... Oh, hello, what the hell are these things? Level 30 units. Hi. Get fucking blasted, idiot. Whew. Combat. Hello! That's a laser. Oh, 9S is dead.
Oh
Whatever shall I do? Anyways, yeah. So that's never really interested me. If I'm gonna do something with writing, I really want it to be something I'm doing for myself because I want to be writing it. I want to do creative writing, storytelling. I could see myself doing, like we talked about earlier. I could do a podcast. I think I do enjoy a little bit of voice acting. I've thought about like trying my hand at movies. More so in the context of pipe dream having my novels work out very well and then turning them into a movie.
yeah.
But like if I was gonna get just a job with my writing degree, I'd probably go for something like being a publisher or something kind of office jobby, frankly, just because I'm a little bit boring. It's easy and it's a good It's a good whatchamacallit, stable income kind of job thing, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. I'm also a type of person that would work in an office. People are often like, "Oh, if my job was boring, I couldn't do it," and I'm like, "Nah, bestie. For me, if my job is easy, that means I can get it done more quickly, which means I can go home or do shit during my pause
So
and just
real.
like
Exactly.
I don't know. I so
Mail
okay. I had a
received from
friend.
command.
We're not gonna name him, but we had
mail
a
from command.
yeah. I had a friend who had a very good programming job, like really high paying at a company. And at some point, he was like, "I'm thinking of maybe getting another job or going back to school." And we were
Thanks,
like, "Bitch, what?"
6-0. She sent
So we
me a
were,
sword.
oh,
That's what
for
all
real?
the homies want from their girlfriend is a sword.
Exactly. But yeah, so that homie was like, we were like, homie, why are you trying to do that? And they were like, oh, well, my job is so easy. I like basically just do like 1 hour of work and I don't have anything to do because I just, I think he had like to survey stuff in a program and he basically made a program to survey the thing. Like he automatized his process. And that saved him hours of shit and he had to wait so much between people communicating to for the project to advance. So basically he was like barely working and he was paid a whole lot and he was like, yeah, but I don't feel like fulfilled in my job, so I think I would like to find a job where I'm doing more things and I'm more fulfilled, or like go back to school to learn other things so I can get a job where I would be more involved in everyone. Like I talked about a few people and we're like, bestie, just find yourself a passion project. Like in this economy, you got a job that pay you like that for doing nothing. Like, sweetie, I think you knew how to code a lot. I was like, participate in a game jam, find a team of young artists and make a video game, do a visual novels, shit like do something. Do I would I honestly, if you know how to program, I would
Gun
recommend
sword.
a visual novel. Gun sword.
I got a new weapon from
Ooh.
6-0. It's the Type 40
Remember,
sword,
I'm
and it looks
always
like
like
a
for a
gun.
second away.
Indeed.
So yeah, I
Um,
remember we're all just thinking it was kind of funny that the bro wanted to have a job where he was more involved, and everyone was like, "Bestie, don't do it. Like, stay with your eye-paying job and find yourself a project." So I would not have been like them. I would have been like, "Oh, I have all day to do whatever I want." Because I'm not working, well, hear me out. I'm just gonna find a passion project and I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
I do not need to have enjoyment from my job if I can do it quick enough.
Exactly, yeah. I get that. That's basically the career plan is. It's always been just find something that you can do well enough and quick enough that you know, don't hate every second. And you can have time to do your other hobbies in the meantime.
Yeah, I agree, guys. Like, yeah, it's fun if you can have a job that you're happy with. Like, that's always like the big extra plus. I think sometimes, especially since like funny enough, when I think about it like they're always saying like, oh, if you work a job you like, you'll never be working a day in your life. Like the whole thing, and I'm like,
I think
yes and
that
no.
is kind of bullshit because every time I've done something that I've enjoyed a lot as a job, I end up hating it.
Yes, first of all, true. Second of all, I've always thought like, okay, but
Uh-oh. 1 second. I think my headset may have just fucking died. That's... Uh-oh. Not good. Potentially large and problematic issue here. I did not realize it was low. How low are we looking? Dead? Oh dear. How problematic. Uh-oh. Well, while we wait for these things to turn back on, we're gonna need to figure out what we're gonna do about the game. I'm glad you can hear me. The mic is separate from the headset, so that is expected. which is why I'm going to continue talking while hopefully trying to get my thing started back up. But I am not going to be able to hear you, Nem, until I fix it, which is a real shame, I don't know why it's taking so long to turn back on. Usually it does once I plug it in. Alright, well, how do you play this game with a mouse and keyboard is the question. That is a shoot. Why is that the shoot button? Okay, well, at least the combo makes somewhat sense. How do you run? Control, maybe? Now, control is a walk. That's funny. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Jump is what is expected of me. Q. It's not Q. Very badly? What's very badly? Oh, playing the game with the mouse and keyboard. It's very bad. Yes, understood. Why are you not turning on my beautiful headset? Hello? Are you not getting power currently? You really should be. I'm plugged into the dedicated charging port. Goodness gracious. I'm not even getting any signal from this thing. What the fuck is going on? I didn't even get the low battery noise. Usually it starts beeping at me. It's subtle, which is why I just miss it sometimes. Hello? Aha! Well, it wasn't actually charging. That'll do it. Play with mouse and keyboard for like 10 minutes. It sucks. Alright. They should be on again. Hello? Still no sound, though.
I don't know how.
Oh, I can hear you now. Alright, hello.
Hey, thou hearest my voice too?
Yes.
Just from Bloodborne, I don't know. I feel like I
Thou
it's from the Souls
hearest
game.
my voice still?
Yeah.
Not feeling that as being something from
Really?
the Souls game.
I'm sure it was from a Souls game.
It sounds like the way that they talk in a lot of them, yeah, but I'm not sure if it's really the right thing. So, this is going to be great. This is a wonderful problem to have. My charger cord for my headset is actually the same one that I used to plug my controller into my computer. Because I only have one USB to USB-C connector. So, we're going to play with mouse and keyboard for a little while.
Let's go, it's content. Also, it's from, I think it's from Dark Souls 3. It's from Ashen One. Hearest thou my voice still?
Oh. Oh yeah, that's the ending cutscene where
an
you
ending.
let the fire fade. True. Found more data from A2.
Which is really funny because I've not made that ending, so I guess I just watched the YouTube video and it kept in my brain for years.
It's
Wow.
number 2. It really is her.
I have a question for
You
you,
know
Drayden.
her?
It's like a controversial.
1 second. You're her unit
Oh, yeah.
number 2. She's an older model, but the same type as you. We worked together. The Pearl Harbor drop? Yes. The operation itself was a success, but the Yorha fighters were completely wiped out. Their commander was number 2. A2. Have you met her? Do you know where she is? We saw her kill a baby. We have orders from the bunker to destroy her. What? She's a deserter, and also she also wiped out an entire team that was sent to bring her back. A2. No. I'm sorry, Let's go, 9S. Damn. Interesting.
I wonder what that was all about. Something must have been up between Anemone and A2.
Something must have been up. They were dating, you
Something's just
fucking
uneasy to talk
loser,
about,
9S.
especially for a soldier who's been fighting that long.
I guess so.
My wife A2 would never do that.
9S.
Are you sure? This is pro
You might
A2
understand
propaganda.
yourself someday.
Not saying I'm against it though.
You might understand yourself someday. Aw, she loves him. Cringe
Aw.
boy with his girl who could put that heel straight through his head.
And he'd like it. He'd say thank you.
He would
And you
say
know what?
thank
We
you.
love a wet bag of a man like that.
What button fucking advances the dialogue? Oh, it's
Ooh.
enter. Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. What are we oohing and awing at? 306 to 324. 432, 450. Alright, so the Type 40 Lance does more damage, but it has 3 hits, it has a 6-hit light combo, as opposed to the Lance's 4-hit light combo. Which I think does mean that the Type 40 sword is better. Plus, I like the sword moveset more. So we'll just go ahead and upgrade that. It's not too expensive. Though it does use all of my pearls. Do I have any other need for pearls? I don't even know where I got my pearls from, frankly. I'm going to have to really make the choice when I get to the Tier 2 upgrade, because it takes black pearls. A2 would never... Wait, maybe she would, but then realize the commander is the commander, and I have standards. Who is calling me? Why is my house so noisy? Why is the stream so scuffed?
Because you're a VTuber now. I'm so sorry, Drayden.
No, the streams were more scuffed before I was a VTuber, frankly.
Really? Then it's because you're not a. It's because you're a streamer.
Yeah.
You know, if you were a YouTuber uploading video, it could not be scuffed. Think about it.
That's so true, actually. Like, actually in a meaningful way, that is a true statement. How do I dash? I'm gonna really need to know that. What the fuck is the dash button?
Shift? No, I'm just.
Wait, you still have a house phone? I'm ancient? No, don't accuse me of that bullshit. That's my parents' landline. Thank you very much.
Do you think anyone in the future will have Outline, or do you think it's gonna die? Because most people now have cell plans.
I think they'll probably very slowly die out, but I don't think they'll go away completely. Like, payphones are still a thing. Like, very, very limited things, but they do exist in certain locations still. Does any pearls are random pickups you can pick up either close to the ocean or large body of waters? Ugh, disgusting. Thank you. How the hell do I dodge? Does anyone know? This is gonna be a problem soon.
Do you want me to Google it?
9S would love to be stepped on by 2B. Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't we all? Like, he's not special.
Oh,
okay, I'm just
shit,
saying.
it worked. Something... Why am I suddenly... What? It just... I went from not to being... What? So if I need more raw damage, I can switch to the lance. If I need more fast movement, I can use the sword. Cool. Should be shift or control. It's not shift, and it's not control. It's literally neither. Hey, Emil's here. What's up, dude?
I'm gonna Google it for you. Near...
Appreciate it. What's up, Emil? Emil. Ah, shit. Fucking rando bots.
Auto run is R, apparently.
Auto run is R. Okay, I can turn that on. I can sprint with that, yeah. But how do I dodge? Hello, Emil.
Jump is space.
I know jump is space. Oh, welcome.
E for action. Oh my god, it's double tap.
Why am I running a
W.
shop like this? Double tap. Double tap what? Space or shift?
Double tap every movement to
Oh.
make the direction.
Yo, disgusting.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a really long story you probably don't have time for. So how about you? Buy something instead? Sure thing, Emil. What you got for me? Ooh. Weapon attack up +3. Down attack, critical range, melee defense, insane chain. Max HP, offensive heal, auto heal, evade range, And he doesn't really have any. What is overclock? Slow time for 2.5 seconds after a perfect evade. Could be useful. Resilience, probably not necessary. No. Alright, sorry, Emil, you got nothing I want right now. Thanks much! Yeah, okay.
Apart from happiness.
What name should I put on the receipt? That's not necessary. Your brain scan complete. 2B, is it? Hope to see you again soon. I'm sorry, the what now? I did not give you permission to scan my fucking brain.
That means it's powerful.
Alright, well, I can certainly kind of. I can kind of move. I can barely sprint now, so that's a small W.
You got this.
God, it's still a pain in the ass to actually use the map, though. Though a little bit easier with a mouse to use the map.
Really?
No, not actually. I lied. This game is so much
Oh,
easier.
just do that? Go on the internet and lie? Drayden,
For a second, I thought it was the truth, and then I was like, oh, no, not at all. You know, we're almost level 30. Maybe we can actually do that parade escort mission now.
It's so funny you're saying that because I didn't do that shit. Or I think I did it, but I did it
I
later.
feel like it's funny that I'm like, I'm gonna do this now that I'm actually genuinely impaired. It's a fun build with the auto heal and life drain to become
I would say
immortal.
that quest would get easier later if you
I
ever
agree.
have difficulties.
It's funny how early they give it to you, because it is genuinely, like, quite difficult. Like, I was, like, level 12 or something, and it's like, here's 600 level 30 enemies, and also, if you attack in a, like, not specific way, then they're going to get hurt, too. Like, you will hurt them as you attack. Oh shit, I actually hit one of them. Hello, sir. Bonk. Yoink. I didn't even realize my headset was so low. It's a real shame.
Because now you're fucked. But it's a challenge. You should have done that as a clickbait. Like, playing Nier with keyboard! More likely than you hit caps and then you put emojis of, like, I don't know, despair.
Let me try and help your parade, Mr. Man. Let us show everyone the power of friendship. I will certainly try.
He doesn't have pocket. Let's go.
God, the things in this mission are level 35. Like, that's so ridiculous.
And there's lots of them too. That's like the
There's a
biggest
ton of
one.
them, yeah. I think the biggest issue is the ones that are up in the air that are so strong.
Yeah. Just need to kind of jump.
God, there's only like 2 of them left. I am trying so hard, you freaks, to help you survive. You are not making it easy. Why are you so squishy?
Alert.
Because they're peace defendant and thus they have no means for war.
Alert.
Oh my god, we might actually make it. Who are you people? Why are there so many of you?
Okay. Someone said in the chat, the game tells you by sending way too high level enemies against a parade that wants to spread peace, that this game knows no peace.
So true.
Also someone said, Holding B will auto-pick items, by the way.
That's great advice when I have my controller again.
Yeah.
There is one of the parade goers left. Just stay on the parade, man. Just keep going. Just keep going. I believe in you.
Yeah, it's for peace, bestie. You got this.
It's just me and the one guy left. We've got to do this. We've got to win.
We're doing this for the world.
Aw, shit, they died. God damn it.
No. Sadness.
I think they died at least. I might be wrong. I got waylaid by the 15 fucking hundred machines that they send at you.
Yeah. You did your best though.
I did do my best. But I don't gotta say that much. Ow. You know what? Give me this item. I'm out of here. I love my little auto heal. Leave comment and say, alright, I'm fucking done here. Now. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Clearly we can't do the parade escort. At least not with a mouse and fucking keyboard. This game was not designed for that. There's a quest I haven't accepted in Pascal Village that I guess I can go and do. Does anyone know where the fucking couple went? Like, they just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I think they just disappeared. I don't know why though.
I don't know
what
if
they
I
made.
did it wrong or something, but...
I don't think he should have, but it should just do happen.
Shit do in fact happen. What was the one that you wanted me to do first?
Yeah, I don't think we saw the dots, so maybe next time. Not next time, but like at some point you'll get a chance at those.
At what?
At doing those?
No, which ones are the ones that you wanted me to do?
There was one that was like a girl that couldn't find, I think it was like a friend necklace or something, or scarf, and she could not remember where she got it, or like, or something of the sort. Like there was like a thing about a girl not remembering where her friend went, or like her friend was just
The one
gone.
who lost her bow?
No.
No? Not the little sister, big sister one?
No. It was another. It was like androids, straight up androids. The couple is nice. I like the couple. They make a cool, interesting quest.
Hold B on the keyboard. Hey, someone time out Danny for like 30 seconds.
Wait, what?
If you hold B on the keyboard, you enter self-destruct mode.
For real? Oh my god, dang.
I didn't actually die. If you release it fast enough, you're fine. But Jesus Christ.
Danny,
Why is that even a thing?
Yeah, right. Actually, that's an interesting question.
I'm sure it's a safeguard to keep you from getting stuck, but like...
Oh my god, I didn't even look.
Yeah, it was like, hold B on the keyboard. I was like, fine, sure. And it was just like... And I was like,
Damn,
not happening to me.
Oh, I don't know how to type.
You wanted self-destruction. Well, you've destroyed yourself for 30 seconds.
You did a good job, Drayden. You're so good at avoiding everything that the chat throws at you.
I've had one bad time, yeah. What the hell? Someone say over here? What the hell? Okay, I guess I'm crazy and that wasn't actually a quest available over here, or it's my
Maybe.
fat ass icon blocking it. No, actually, I think I was misreading the one that's at the bottom of that fucking canyon. God damn it. There's another one over in the forest zone.
Oh, that's an interesting thing.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
I mean... You
I'm
know,
not gonna trust chat to try it.
I don't trust chat, but here's the thing. I can actually test it with pretty minimal risk. Because I can drop a save right next to a box and then blow myself up. Come on, Tubi. Get down. There you go. Alright, here's a box. So we'll just go ahead and we will transport to the forest zone. Front, I guess. I can find my way to where I actually need to be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, I was definitely gonna do it outside the village. Don't you worry
Imagine the
about
poor
that.
children start burning and they're like,
I just fucking...
Linus, why are you doing this?
Danny, you say the same thing. You can trust us. That's not true. Absolutely, that's not true. That's
They're
not how that
making a
works.
deal outside of Scream like, okay, it's gonna be funny. Let's still treat it.
It's gonna be a little
Press B.
ha-ha funny, yeah. Alright, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Let's drop down a save. Now we can respawn here safely. And yeah, there's some moose over here. Let's blow them up. Hello, moose. Sorry, Mises. You guys are probably about to have a really sad time.
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay, first of all, why am I naked? Second of all, what is going on with my health bar? What the hell is this?
Can't wait until we're at the point in the stream where it happens 4 seconds later in the future. I don't know what's happening. Oh my god. Oh wow.
Why am I naked, guys?
God damn.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is going on with my health bar? That was so weird.
Yeah.
Guys, when do I get my clothes back?
Did you like boost up your health bar, or did it get?
No, it
fucking
goes
low?
back. It's weird.
Is that because you have regen that maybe things are not as dramatic as it should be?
Hey, I have all
Or-
my fucking chips in still, right? Okay, yeah, I do. We're good. You blew up in the health bar and most chips that regulate the android kind of glitch. Ah, I see. What do you what do you mean never? You don't ever get your clothes back. No 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 no. What?
Raiden said, "Not in my chat. We are not gonna entertain these vicious things."
You die, you get your clothes back. What about if I transport you? Get my clothes back? It's kind of wild that you actually don't lose that much health. Like, I was down to maybe half health.
Yeah. I never use that mechanic ever. I never have.
You can
to-
get your clothes back if you transport. Let's go.
Or 99 has shorts.
Does Nine has Lisa's short staring that? Excuse me. Copper ore already at capacity. Disgusting.
Don't let up. The enemy is among us.
Among Us?
We must protect our king.
What do you mean Among Us?
Sometimes the Forest guys or ones are like, the enemy is among us. And I'm like,
Oh
among
my
us?
god.
Americas.
This
He
forest branch
predicted
just
it.
opened for business today. Feel free to swing by if there's any items, things that you need. Okay, what you got? Health recovery, bunch of shit that I don't care about. The HUD fishing spots display an icon in areas where you can fish.
I bought that.
You bought that? You would buy that.
Of course
I
I
might.
would.
I'm almost willing to change it out though. There is a Oh, her costs 5,000 G. Like, it's literally 10 times expensive than most other things. Hey, I know this is a bit out of left field, but like, you look like someone who cares very deeply about gastronomy. See, I'm doing research about food for whenever the human race decides to return to Earth. Those humans are always going on about eating, right? Well, also clothing and shelter, but mostly eating. Anyway, I'm collecting ingredients from across the land for research purposes. I'm betting you'd like to help me out, right? I sure do. I love food. Thanks a million. So meat's at the top of the list, naturally. Which means I need to find both moose and boar meat. I've got plenty of that. Hello, sir. Just bring back whatever moose. What do I have generic meat and not that kind of meat? Sexually later in the game, mechanical places the self-destruct button with something better. Oh, neat. Nem, can you field that second chat message from Danny to make sure it's not a spoiler?
Query. Since androids generate energy from water, what purpose does the resistance have with animal protein?
Don't ask me.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
It's another character doing something cool, but it's not self-destructing. Oh, okay, sure. Ah! I think I'm about to fall down a whole cliff.
Don't let up. The enemy is among us.
Among Us.
We must protect our king.
You're motivated by the enemy's speech.
Loyal knights, give your lives for the king of our forest.
Give your lives for the king of our forest. More like give your lives for a worthless cause. Die, freaks. Your king is dead, and he has been for years. I think,
I mean,
was the war
technically.
implications of that weird grave that I found. But it's highly
Yeah.
unclear. Doink. Num 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 num. God, the light saturation in the forest area is insanely bright. It needs to be turned down a little. Okay, am I crazy? Or is like... Is the game kind of really quiet right now?
Hmm?
I feel like the game is really quiet right now.
I mean, yeah, sometimes in the forest it just kind of chills, you know?
Yeah. There we go. Yes, Amy, that's what I heard. That's always a bit tedious. I will take this "you fight for pointless cause" quote from you and keep it for a bit. I'm confused, but okay.
I'm also confused, I'll be honest.
Oh no, he's talking about what I sent to the random forest people.
Oh.
I'm sorry, little moose. Your time has come. Oh, it's just beast hide. I'm sorry, little boar. You never stood a chance. Wait, where'd he go? Get back here! I need your meat!
Damn.
Yoink. Just more beast hide. What the hell? Maybe use it on Sunday. Thanks. I'm so glad to know my words are so inspiration to Idriel. This poor pig. I feel so bad every time. Alright, we got boar meat. Heck yeah. Oh, moose. How do you feel that I'm killing your national icon over and over again?
That should be enough deer.
Did you know that actually it's
Let's get back
it's
to the
the
training.
Canadian icon is actually the northern owl? The the white owl in Harry Potter?
The snowy
That's
owl?
actually yeah, it's actually meant to be our mascot and nobody actually gives a fuck.
Wait, your national symbol is the fucking owl and not the
Yeah,
moose?
actually if you Google, I'm gonna Google it, but I think Canadian animal emblem, and I'm pretty sure I learned that. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be. Wow. Okay, it's really funny. Apparently, in '75, it became the castle. Wait, what's the castle? Beaver. Not beaver. The thing. Oh yeah, beaver tail. Yeah. Which is really funny, but it used to be the. Yeah. We have an official tartan. Wow.
A official what?
Tartan. It's like, like a plaid pattern.
Uh-huh.
Apparently we have a national tartan. Also, funnily enough, our national sport?
Hockey?
Yeah, apparently it's actually not hockey, it's lacrosse.
What?
Yeah, because at some point it's really funny. I had in my high school class, we had a Italian exchange student, and he was like, when I prepare myself to come here, I like sport, right? I play lots of soccer in my country, so I made sure to prepare myself by looking up what were the sport of your country. And apparently it was lacrosse, and when I came in, nobody played, nobody gives a fuck, half the people don't know what it is, and actually everyone just care about hockey. And so that was a culture shock, and I was like, I am so sorry. But I think apparently now the two of them are national sports since
They're both.
94. Yeah.
That's nice. The United States, the only one anyone actually cares about is American football, and the funny thing is that, like, our national pastime, like, the actual national sport is baseball, but, like, no one actually cares about baseball anymore.
Yeah, true.
You're actively ready to sin as Israel, and it is quite situational. She's such a good source of so many quotes. I quote Uzi all the time as Iridia. I'm gonna be so real. Alright, let's see. Moose meat, boar meat. Yeah, that's everything. Meat. I tell you what, you fry this up with a little salt and pepper. Bam! Taste explosion. Legend. Have you tried it yourself? It's actually pretty popular among resistance combat models. Not that it has much of an effect. Humans were so amazing, weren't they? Just their cooking knowledge alone is enough to blow my mind. You're so welcome, my guy. I contributed to that. What do you think will happen to us androids if they finally come back? I mean, we're built to fight, and we don't need to do that. Uh-oh, it's the clones! It's the clones all over again!
No. Yeah, apparently it's Quebec who has Snowy all. Canada was always beaver. And apparently Canadian horse, which I don't know what it's meant to look like.
The Canadian what?
Canadian horse, but I don't know how it's like. I don't know what it's meant to look like.
The Canadian horse.
Yeah, but that's
You
what
sure
I
that's not a moose?
I wish it was. Can you imagine if we had like Arna's the power of the moose? Do you think we would
all
need
got our
car
own
if we
work to
had
do,
moose?
I want to keep up with food research for as long as I can. Marine life has returned in force to the oceans and rivers, after all. So when humans return, make sure to greet them with a glorious feast. See you around. Oh, that's nice. Anyways, continue.
Do you think we would need like car if we had moose?
A car?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you think moose would not be good enough for us?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, I was hoping for actually moose are super great and would mean that we would not need any. You know what? You know what? Something I've argued with a friend. You know, like these. I don't know if you've ever seen them. You know, like these giant bird. They're called like RP, and they have like white hair, and they're really mean. And they can pick up small monkey and throw them off. Like,
the harpy eagle. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like, can I know why the fuck we haven't worked on making them giant so we can use them as miniatures?
Because it's physically impossible.
Oh, you can't engineer a species to be bigger?
You can't make a bird that is large enough and with enough flight power to carry a human while still maintaining its own ability to fly.
For real?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw a study that basically determined that a bird large enough to carry a human would be so large that it would barely be able to get itself off the ground and would not be able to hold another person, even like a child.
I'm so disappointed, Drayden, if you knew. Because I've always wondered, right? Cause they're
so sad.
Because they're like, I always thought to myself, right? Like, because, they could pick up small monkey. And I was like, yeah, how much more can we make them pick up, right? Can be nice. Can you have a carriage made of, like, big RP, and you'd be, like, have 4 of them carrying you around? Wouldn't that be a cool... Like, I'm just saying, I think, like
now,
if we... I'll get someplace.
If we terraform Mars... Then we can
have RP.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so we can bring RP there and have like.
Why do you want it to be the harpy eagles? Those things are like assholes, and they eat monkeys.
Yeah, but they're big. So I was like, oh, that's like the closest thing to real like.
But they're not the largest eagle. They're not even the largest
really?
bird. No.
What's the largest bird?
I believe the golden eagle is the largest bird of prey currently still extant. And that, I believe that is the largest currently extant bird of prey. Though that might be just the heaviest. I think the one with the largest wingspan is the California condor.
Damn.
All of the Teratorns were very large, so I would need to figure that out specifically when
Hi,
I
Black
get to
Tea
it.
doing your bird talk is not surprised. No,
Hello,
because we were
Quest.
talking about how
Greetings
like.
will return to us, however... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. If you having
Let me
a
guess,
quest.
you need more medicine? No, everyone here is fine, but there is
Where's
a
the
problem.
moose?
Yes, what's going on? A pack of wild animals has recently migrated here from elsewhere in the forest. They seem to have strong territorial instinct. They have been injuring some of the other nearby animals. Sadly, I do not have the power to stop them. I see where this is going. Yeah, we'll help you. Oh, are you sure? We can't just let some pack of animals bully their way in here. Where are they now? Thank you. They have adopted the corner of the forest as their lair. Please be careful. Turf war? Oh, shit. I love
Damn.
turf wars. Let's go.
In Monster Hunter, right?
So true. I have won so many of my hunts by just making them turf war the hell out of each other.
Yeah, but yeah, like because we were talking about how like there's like moose in the game that Drayden is playing. The link is in the description, not the description, but like it's
We
been in
have
chat.
no right to
And
judge.
Drayden's playing. They're like,
There are
oh,
some
you're like
things
they
that
were
were
killing moose,
created
and they're
to
like,
kill.
oh, are you sad that like I'm killing your national animals? And I was like, it's not moose actually, the national animal of Canada. But then I was like, now that we're on the subject of moose. Do you think if like we decided to harness the power of moose, we would need car? And Drayden burst my bubble by saying yes. So I was like, okay, but what about giant burb? What if we took RP burb and make them giant enough to carry us? Wouldn't that be dank? And then Drayden burst my bubble again by saying it's not possible. Actually, a burb would not be able to carry a human. But on Mars, apparently the gravity would work. So I think we should go to Mars. Let's have giant
Yes.
burb in Mars.
Drayden, you'll
Yeah.
hate this animal hunt. Interesting that you think I'm going to hate this. We'll see. When you terraform Mars, you would request that you terraform Earth first. Reduce the Sahara. Reduce France's landmass by 90% and increase rating. What's wrong with France? Why do you hate France?
One has beef with friends in the chat.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. And I mean, I guess I'm in favor of turning the Sahara green. It doesn't really do much as is now, though. I think maybe leaving. Okay, here's my like hottest of hot takes. I think that we as a species should strive to abandon Earth completely.
Wait,
Like-
what? You want us to leave, or do you think we should not?
I think we should take our entire. It's a national thing. Yeah, that's right. You're fucking German. You guys hate the French.
Damn.
But is it back over there? I think it is actually. I gotta look at the ridge. Anyways, I'm vaguely in favor of us as a civilization moving our entire species off the planet. And we keep an eye on Earth, obviously. We don't, like, let it just die or anything. But we just kind of take care of it from low Earth orbit instead. And let
Why do
life
you want us to
continue
not be on our
undisturbed.
planet?
Because
I have
we
a quick-
fuck it up pretty bad every time we're here.
Yeah, but if we go on Mars, then we're gonna just fuck that there.
There's nothing there, though. It's a barren ball of fucking dust and rocks.
Then why do you want to live there? It's gonna suck.
That's why we're allowed to terraform it, and we can make it look however we want. So, like, if we get rid of the Sahara, right? If we make the Sahara green in order to provide more living space and resources for us as a species, that's going to intrinsically harm the Earth's environment in some way. The Sahara is a natural place with its own ecosystem, even if most of it is, like, relatively barren compared to, say, the Amazon rainforest or even the Great Plains. And so if we as a species fuck off and we just let the Earth do its own thing, then, nature wins, and we can watch it and observe it from afar, and we can let it heal and whatnot, and take care of itself, and we can let the natural processes go without us hurting anything. But then if we go to Mars, because everything there has been dead for 4 billion years anyways, oh my, it's a lot of dead ore over here. If we go to Mars and everything there has already been dead for several million years, then all we have to do is go and completely terraform it, change it to fit our needs, and then whatever wildlife and natural spaces we build alongside us, we don't have to feel bad about them being severely micromanaged and like completely artificial, because we made them.
Already okay.
Mhm.
I thought that you just wanted us to live on the red sand. Also, someone said
No.
that birds on Mars will overpower humanity, and I think I want to have like I want to have giant bird. I think that would be great if we can make a sustainable way to live without
Robot moose. What the fuck?
Oh, robot moose would be nice. Oh wait, is it
The pack
real
was a
robot moose
machine.
in game? We're just too distracted. I don't trust us with the rest of the universe. I also don't trust us with the rest of the universe. I think we would fuck it up.
Oh my god,
This
why do these
also
boar
reflects
have
already
such massive
space.
tusks? That's so
That's
weird.
Drayden, is it true that Sarah reflects solar radiation off to space? I think that's a
Is it true that the Sahara reflects more solar radiation than it brings in? Like, so it has a net cooling effect on the planet?
That's not my grant. No, I don't know. Someone said I think the Sarah also reflects solar radiation off to space. I don't know if that's.
That would
Sure.
be what the implication of that is, yes. Oh my god, hello! That was painful.
Look, it's not like I know anything about space ever. Okay, don't ask me questions.
Technically, that's climate science, not space, but
You know what I mean.
essentially
Don't play
the idea is that the albedo of the Sahara would be low enough that... Did I just fucking die? Jesus Christ, I did. This is why I can't play with a mouse and keyboard. I would not have had that problem if I was on my mouse and keyboard. Jesus. Fucking kill me. Actually, they did. I'm mad about that. What's my headset look like battery-wise? Should be high enough now. Alright, we're going back to playing with a controller for another 45 minutes before I have to end stream. I'm going to get revenge on those filthy animals. Trading these animals at level 40? Yeah, so... If you dodge all of their attacks, then what level they are doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, if you don't want to die,
I'm
just don't
God.
die.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
exactly.
Yeah, don't die.
If you die, dude. Like, just don't die, dude.
Hi, Hera. We're drawing Rev because it's their birthday, while Drayden in the links in the chat is playing Nier Automata and is just now stopping raging because now their headphones are charged enough to not have to use keyboards. There's like barely any game nowadays that works better with keyboards.
Not true. You just gotta find the right games. Stellaris.
Oh.
If you play that with a controller,
yeah,
I'd rather shoot myself.
Yeah, but it's like a gestion game. Okay, you're right. I word that wrongly. Maybe action game? Is there any action game that works better with a keyboard?
Then controller.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Aha! So that means I am right until proven wrong. No, I'm doing a Rev. Did I say wrong?
I know what it was. Scribble knots. Scribble knots better on mouse and keyboard than controller.
Oh,
That's
is that
right.
Scribble Notes on computer?
Yeah, Scribble Knots is on computer now. It's on Steam.
For real? I didn't know that. Which one? Because I used to play it on the DS, and then the 3DS. I played both games.
I believe all of them are on Steam now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I used to love that game, Scribble Knots. I think if I remember well, all I would do... Wait, is it the game where you have to write shit?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember. I learned. Okay, there's a word in French. It's like the word for friendly, but it's a word we don't use very often. It's like amical, which is like a word we barely use, but that's like I've learned that word from Scribble Knots because I had to learn it to know how to make dragon not want to kill me because I wanted to have dragon friends and write them. And I learned all the words to have dragons that I could ride that would be friendly. And I changed the color and shit. And that's all I did with the game. I swear, all I did was have dragon. I didn't care much about the rest, I'll be honest with you. Okay? I tried.
Get away from me, creatures! Foul beasts!
I used to play Scribble when I was a kid. I loved that game so much. Oh, I loved it too. I honestly, I really
I just want my fucking corpse. Then I'll deal
Oh yeah,
with
you
the
trying
rest
to get
of
your
you.
corpse from the... Yeah. I think if I remember well, Scribble knows the first one you were just doing level. I really like the... Is that the one where you had to write shit in the first one to like finish level? So you had to find out which things to go in a crosswords or like go in the past. I like those. I like the format of the second one where it was like a... Okay, you're gonna kill me for this, but like an open world. But like I like that it was like more open instead of level. Okay, do you think the second game count as an open world question mark?
I'm gonna be
'Cause
so
it's not
real,
level?
I don't remember.
Like do you like what's the definition for open world? Are people gonna crucify me because I said Scribble Node 2 is an open world because it doesn't have level. And it's not necessarily linear.
I don't know, honestly.
Gosh. I've presented you all with the cursed knowledge.
It's been a hot second since I've looked into the actual definition of an open world game. I would say from my standpoint that open world is just you can go anywhere at any time to do anything. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can do everything at all times. So like obviously the ultimate form of the open world game would be what like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom have, where if you're good enough, you can just fucking yeet down to the final boss in the first 5 minutes of starting the game. There are no prerequisites. I don't think that's
But most
necessarily
people
a requirement.
wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that's a requirement for something to be an open world. Horizon Zero Dawn, definitely still an open world game, but also an open world game that requires you to complete the main story, I believe, before you're allowed to fight any of the final bosses or do any of the final cutscene sequences. I'm sure there are speedrun tricks that let you kind of skip it.
I see. Yeah, I wanted to play at that game at some point. I think at some point I started the first game and I never finished it. And I already saw some people finish it, so I know the story, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play it anymore. I had this thing where if I know how a game finished sometime, depend on the game, but if the main appeal of the game is knowing the ending, I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry, bestie, I'm just not gonna finish it. I wanted to maybe play the second one.
Issue.
Yeah, I have lots of weird issues about finishing game. I'm really not good at finishing them, so I was like thinking maybe of playing the second one with like the water and shit.
Woo! Which one? What game are you
The
talking
second
about?
one. The water. Horizon.
Game series. Oh, Horizon
Hello.
Forbidden West?
Yeah.
That would be the sequel. Yeah, I don't... I was not realizing you're still talking about Horizon at all. I was like, oh.
But yeah. The only thing I saw is the word fish, and I was like, damn, it's cool. I like fish.
Yeah, Forbidden West is just recently come out on Steam, actually.
Really? Interesting. I thought it was a console game. Fuck yeah.
It and Forbidden Dawn... Zero Dawn were both PlayStation exclusive games for a little while.
Yeah, that's why I
And then they
first-
were put out as... they were both on PC, in fact.
Ooh, that's nice.
So
I
I've
would
played...
like that.
I've played Zero Dawn. I have not played
Yeah.
Forbidden West. Alright, now we just got the one asshole to deal with. Get lasered, fuckface.
Okay. Yeah, right now Drayden is not playing any main quests, so if any of you are interested in Nier, I recommend y'all check their gameplay, because it's not a, it's not spoiler right now, so it can, I don't think it can give you an interest if you're gonna like the game, but right now you're just fighting some mechanical moves, so I'm just like, I'm not sure if like,
I would say I'm having a good time, and I'm doing a pretty good job of showcasing what combat can be like in this game if you decide to actually partake in it.
True. But I just think it's funny because, like, yes, to see if you're liking the game, watch Drayden fight against Moose and decide if that's your type of gameplay. Like, there's something interesting about that notion. A bit of Horizon Zero Dawn, but I just couldn't get into it for some reason. Yeah, it's really weird because I also had problems a bit getting into it, which was weird because I felt like the game had everything I've ever wanted, which means like fucking cool ass robots dinosaur and like the crafting system. Yeah, I love the crafting system. I love the teleportation that was not too broken, and I like the crafting system, and I like the combat of like throwing arrows and doing shit, and I really like that, but I think for me it was the story. I really like the hook, like the like you gotta go into the world and fix the corruption. Like I like that part. Like I was like ooh, but then when you were actually into the world, I wasn't feeling it that much.
That's interesting. I loved Zero Dawn. I beat the whole game. I got the special thing that you get when you complete all the dungeons, which then trivializes all. Yeah, there's you find it super early in the game if you're being even a little bit thorough. But there is one of their tech caves where the old human ruins are, and inside of it there is ancient fucking force field armor that uses energy instead of your health, and it makes all fights basically completely trivial because you just die. Drayden, how good am I at strategy games? It depends. But yeah, so I got that, and then I stopped playing because I was like, alright, I've completed what I came here to do.
I see. Yeah. I think for me it's because how do I say that? I feel like my problem with this game, and it's a very personal, me problem, was I tend to, this game kind of, how do I say? This game kind of, okay, wait, before someone crucify me, hear me out. This game kind of give me Breath of the Wild vibe. For the reason that it's open world, you get to learn and enjoy the world, right? It's cool, you get some cool grass, you get to vibe. So for me, I guess I went in with the expectation that it would be cozy survival, while I feel like I could not enjoy a fucking stay in the wood without getting my ass kicked. Which is not a problem if you're going into it with the mindset that it's kind of like Elden Ring. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be enemies everywhere and they're gonna kick your ass. But I went here with cozy survival. You're just vibing in the forest. And
More
that's gonna,
of a Minecraft
I feel like,
kind of survival vibe.
yeah, and I feel like the intro kind of made me feel like it was like that, when in reality, most things want to kill you in that game. And I was like, it's not like Breath of the Wild where I could just go into my ores and just ride everywhere and have fun. Which is why I fucking hate the second game too, because I could not enjoy being out in the wild. Because trees would fucking kick my ass and I could never enjoy I could never be in peace ever again. Because usually in that game, when you were on your oars and just riding through the water, being in the forest, picking up some mushroom, unless you hear some bokoblins, you were mostly fine, and even if you did, you would probably run faster than them. But trees, oh no, these trees have a vendetta against you and your entire,
yeah, but the trees took one bomb and they were dead, though.
Yeah, but bomb! You don't have them infinite, that sucks.
Yeah, but you've got 16 quintillion of them. It's not hard.
No, not me.
Oh.
I know how you did, but I know I had a...
I did struggle with getting bombs. It was basically any fire or sharp elemental attack, you would just annihilate them with it.
Look, I didn't want to do that.
In many games, most things want to beat you. This is so true, Blackface.
In many games, things want to beat you. Yeah, but I just felt I don't know, I guess that's why I like Breath of the Wild, but I didn't like other game is because I was like expecting the coziness of being able to chill. Like I'm the type of person who don't mind if their game, like I've heard people be like, oh, I don't like when game are just like cozy or experience, and I like experience game. So for me, like game being chill, I like that. It's fun, but the game didn't want to be chill. The game wanted to beat me up, right?
Yeah, Horizon definitely fits into the game just wants to beat your ass category.
Yeah, and I guess I went in with the wrong expectation. Aaron said, that sounds like my Red Dead Redemption 2 experience. I'm constantly running into trees in that game. Yeah, I mean...
I think that's a different kind of tree. Fucking
we have different tree problem,
it.
but you know what? I respect your tree problem. Yeah, so I don't know, I guess I had this feeling of like... I guess I wanted it to be something that it was not, you know? I had a wrong expectation for this game. I don't think the game was bad in any way. Like, I generally, like, think it was good, but, you know. I feel like there's a dots. Isn't my fucking light? No, it's, like, badly colored. Oh.
Yeah, these boys had some insane tusk growth going on.
Damn, you just made me eepy.
Sorry. Let's head to the Forest King. Here lies the Forest King Ernst. This exalted individual was the earliest among us to awaken to his own will, and for this reason did we name him our regent. Looking to sow the seed of his will in others, His Highness distributed his own precious parts. His retainers were the first to be so blessed, followed by his subjects. In doing so, he brought forth a paradise, one made for machines alone. Through his gifts did we learn of a thing called ego, and eventually of our own selves. And just as ego gives way to emotion, so too did emotion lead us to feel great loyalty to our king. But our king was too great and too kind. Having distributed his parts, it became difficult for him to function, and soon he fell into a deep and silent sleep. Now, the only path left to us, his loyal vassals, is to construct a kingdom of eternal peace, one which lives up to the magnanimous heart of our king. And so, as a sign of both our resolve and our gratitude, we leave in this place a chip made from our combined parts. Your spirit lives on in us, so great king, so we implore you to rest in peace. Forest Kingdom, its citizens, as one. That's nice.
Oh, I like this place. I think it's great.
Engel's Memories, Record 10. Engel's Fortress, Destroyer, Conformal Combination, Industry, Production Code 110B, Production Date, First Deployment, August 3rd, 11,934 CE. Individuals killed 11,345. Largest combo. 234 largest.
Wait, is this your stats of how many enemies you've killed?
No, this is that giant destroyer bot we talked to way back when. Total points 10,000. Repair required, both arms malfunctioning. Repair required, legs damaged, ambulation impossible, fragmentation errors verified in memory storage, voice system malfunctioning. Additional errors exist but are not listed above. Record 20. As I can no longer move, I have nothing to do. Perhaps I will try writing what is called a journal. Where did machine life forms come from? We repeat a process of self-proliferation and repair. Am I my own existence, or do we all encompass one sole existence? The aliens, our creators, are beings that conquer worlds and stars. Their behavior is exceedingly simple. They share one objective, and as such, there's never conflict between them. But what about machine life forms? What about us? Rain is falling. A bird stopped on my shoulder. I never tire of looking at life on this planet. I will make my record of this bird protected data, so I do not lose it. And then we have the record of the bestial machine, the thing we just blasted. It took forever. Long, long ago, a record left in the broken memory circuit. The leader of an animal pack picked me up when I was broken. He could not move and save me. He was a great leader. He lived for the pack. When he died, I wanted to do the same, to live for everyone's sake and die for everyone's sake. But I am a machine, so everyone would leave me behind. But the pack lives on and brings new life, so it is my duty to protect that. It's the promise I made to my dead leader. With these memories of peace, I must continue to protect my family. But one day, in the war between the androids and machines, the forest was raised. We cannot go living without a home. The family falls apart. That is why I search for a new place to live, a forest where we can all live, and know where no one will bother us. I am here so it will be okay. I swear to find a way to make everyone happy. Sucks, buddy. You shouldn't have attacked me then, asshole. Now all your
Aw.
family is dead.
You're being so rough with the poor little machine, Drayden.
He deserved it.
But how do you like about this piece of lore? I really liked it personally. I
sec.
really
Oh,
like
yeah?
this thing.
It seemed less like imitation and more like actual animal behavior.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of odd. You thinking there's a reason for it?
Perhaps.
Interesting. They're talking about
Ooh.
whether or not they think there's a reason for why the machine was acting like an animal, and it seemed to be an actual. It wasn't imitating it; it just was more like an animal than it was anything else. Interesting. Anyways, you were saying?
Oh yeah, I was like, what do you think about this this piece of lore? I like it personally. I like this place.
Yeah.
I like the king.
Yeah, he's neat.
I think it's great that it shows you that like this game is not just like in the time frame your character step in the game. Like there's been shit going on before
Yeah.
you arrive. You are not special.
True. True.
Right.
Also, very Dark Souls of him. Very Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight.
True.
So Blackbees asked me, how good am I at strategy games? It really depends on the game and the kind of strategy involved. I like to think that I'm pretty good at Stellaris specifically. But could be wrong. I'm willing to admit that there might be people in this world who are better at Stellaris than I am. I'm sorry, what? I can ride the boar?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
You can ride like the boars and the moose.
He does not have the hops, though, let me tell you. I'm gonna have to ride a moose another time.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So, like, I think once I have a really good idea of the function and overall kind of way that pieces of a strategy game work, then I am pretty good at it. Like, most grand strategy games, I'm quite good at, I think. I'm at least passably decent at them. And then, like, but like chess, like just straight chess, I'm bad at chess. So
I fucking hate chess. I'm too stupid. I just can't this game. I just can't.
well, I think the problem for me with chess is that it's actually too simple. So like
Really?
chess is very much a very pure distilled version of what it is to be strategic and to think strategically. And because of that, there's not like a lot that you can do other than just God. Why am I so yawny lately? I don't know. But like there's not I'm not actually Eevee, I'm just yawning. But there's not much that you can do when you are playing chess other than purely movement strategies based on trying to trick your opponent basically into giving you an opening, which that's fine, but I'm not very good at that. And also, so when Older brings a chessboard in PoA, you need to do that. If he brings out a chessboard, yeah, you're probably gonna have to take control. I'm good at like long-term planning and systemic strategy. So like Settlers of Catan, I'm good at. Civ 6, I'm good at that. Stellaris, I'm good at that. Any grand strategy game where I have to think, okay, here's what this is going to get me in the now. Here's what this will get me in the future. What do I think I'm going to need more in the future? Do I need the leg up now, or do I need to plan for the long term? And I'm usually pretty good at making those decisions. So like Frostpunk, I really messed up my first playthrough of Frostpunk, but I won the second playthrough, and I beat every single secondary scenario first try. So like, I know what I'm doing. I'm able to plan those things out. I like to think that I'm pretty good at them. But when it gets down to the nitty gritty, pure strategy side of things, it gets to be a problem. I can win in an asymmetric playing field. In a perfectly symmetric strategic situation, I tend to lose. So, you could say I'm bad at strategy in that situation, I guess. But that will depend on what you call strategy. Because if you have the ability to end up in an asymmetric situation where you're already stronger than the other one, neither, get fucked.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm not too good at strategy either. I'm just, No, for me, I think I would be better with, like, short-term rather than, like, planetary. The second there's, like, fucking resource, I'm not good with that. I feel like I'm good at just in game, but the second there's, like, 2-3 resources, like, I don't know. I'm not bad at, like, planning my things, but when I have to wait until my things work out, I just can't. I'm gonna get stupid. So I don't.
Yeah, no.
Like we like, oh, if I do this, it's gonna work out in like a gazillion years. I'm like, no,
Animals and yet not
I can't
bat
do
an
that.
eye at the
I
depth
can't
of
do
the
that.
machine. I do not get these guys.
Nainas, you're such a goober.
As he grew on you, now do you like loathe him less?
I never actually loathed him. Mostly just made fun of him. That said, I'm still gonna make fun of him.
Aww.
He's my
Little
little
Linus.
cringe lord.
Yeah, but that's how you like him.
True. So, no, yeah, I get that. Not everybody, because it is a different kind of strategy. The long-term planning and economic positioning strategy games, like, it's a different kind of strategy directly than something you might otherwise be good at.
Yeah.
I like to think I'm good at, like, I guess this still falls into long-term planning as well, but, like, strategic usage of terrain and stuff, I'm pretty good at that. Control and control. I'm trying to. There's a second word in there. It's not control and conquer, but it's something similar to that. Whatever. Point being, controlling, maintaining, and utilizing choke points and other kinds of terrain interactions in a strategy game in order to force an enemy to confront me on my terms. I'm pretty good at that.
I see.
And you know this from experience, Nem. I'm really good at mind games.
I know, every time we're watching a series, you try to gaslight me that something's not gonna happen.
Try.
And with fucking Subnautica too. I'm always like, the fuck you mean, Drayden? It's gonna be fine. And it's like, not. Because you're a liar. You have no qualms about lying.
I lie as easily as I breathe.
Exactly. I'm not super good at gaslighting you, I think.
No, you're pretty bad at it.
Yeah.
You've tried
with
before,
that.
and I was like,
Yeah,
so I'm right.
I tried with Levi because Levi is extremely good at guessing things that are gonna happen in our TV show, like infuriatingly so. Like sometimes you say shit, but like most of the time you keep quiet because I guess you learned that you don't want to have my reaction. It's my reaction just like you say nothing, but sometimes Levi's just like, oh yeah, oh my god, do you think it's because like that thing's gonna happen, or do you think that this thing is like this thing backstory? And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like, have you thought that, like, yeah, that would be interesting, but, like, remember that thing at the episode. I don't think, it wouldn't work in lore, but that would be so cool, wouldn't it? And I'm lying through my teeth, but I think they know. Half the time, I think they know. But so
Yeah.
that's my only way. If there's like in lore, like if there's like in episode shit that I can pull as a gotcha proof because they don't have the full lore, then I can gaslight because I'm heavily relying on like proof. But if I don't have these proof and I'm just meant to lie out of my ass, I won't be able to do it. So I need like
It's so
Yeah.
easy. The trick to lying out your ass is to sound obnoxiously confident that whatever you say is the absolute truth.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Because, like, yeah, you want to do that, but also, think about it. If you sound so sure, the person is gonna know you're bullshitting because you would not try and, like, spoil shit from them.
That's true. That's true. You do have
Like, there's
to
a fine
err
line.
on the fine line. And that's more in the specific situation of you're watching with somebody and they know that you care about spoilers, so you wouldn't actually
yeah.
spoil things for them. So, like, that's like, here's the secret, Nem. I'll give you a little secret to how I get you so hard every time. I let you gaslight yourself.
What do
I
you
just
mean?
play into your delusions every single time. I usually don't offer anything of my own to, like, confuse you. Every now and again, on important things, I'll be like, nah, I think you're full of shit. And, like, you were right.
Yeah. But I think it's because I'm rarely right on the show we watch. When
yeah.
we watch it, I'm rarely...
But part of that long-term strategy is continually allowing you to gaslight yourself into thinking that things that you come up with are right when they aren't. And you'll never know when I am doing that or if I'm actually telling you. Because every now and again, here's the thing, chat. I'll just tell them the truth. I'll just look them in the eye and be like, oh yeah, that's actually exactly what happens. And it's usually if it's something that's not important at all.
So if we use those numbers from the resistance camp as coordinates, yeah, we're pretty much standing right on top of whatever they're pointing to.
So there.
1 second. 9S was talking to me. I had to make sure he understood that I didn't give a shit about him or his life. He's dead to
You're so
me.
mean. My god, you're so mean to my boy.
No, I'm right. I love killing robots. I'm so good at it. Dude, I'm genuinely so excited for the new Stellaris DLC. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited for it. It's called Machine Age. Oh, this is a blood-stained robot. That's a little scary.
Alright, so what you were saying about the Gaslight Gatekeep girl boss.
What was I saying about it? I don't remember.
Said, like, sometimes when it's minor shit, you just look me in the eyes and say, like...
Oh yeah, if it's something that I don't care if you know or not, like I know it's not going to take away from the big reveal, but you've decided to theorize it, I'll let you know that it's correct. And then, like,
Yeah.
that helps in the future, because, like, then you don't know if I'm lying to you or not. Because sometimes I do let you say things that are true, and then I confirm them, and then it's true. Or sometimes you say things that are true, and I just lie, and I say that they're wrong. And it's all about the misdirection. It's about keeping you on your toes. Except you get lost in a Walmart, so frankly you never know what's you can't stay on your toes.
Yeah, no. I think from what I can remember about us watching Clone Wars, I can't remember a single thing I was right about. I think the only thing I was right about was like the sideshow that we watched that was not about anything because I recognized the voice. I was like, oh my god, it's so funny. I was like, oh, this guy is so hot.
Professional curiosity.
And then I was like, oh wait, I think I remember his voice. And then I was like, oh, isn't that like the I don't remember his name, but I remember it was like the guy. It's like a guy that's really not hot in the series because he's old.
Are you saying
It's not that he's old.
Were you
but-
talking about Count Dooku?
Come on now.
Yeah, I can't do because like, oh my god, that guy is like kind of.
Nina, stop being racist.
What did he said? He said something about against machine.
This corpse.
He said, come on, 2V, don't be silly. Machines can't do revenge. That's much too complex a thought for them to have.
Wow, Linus, how wrong you are. Or maybe you're right. Yeah, I was like, Count Dooku, like that guy on screen looks so hot because it was like young Dooku, and then at some point he started talking, and I was like, oh no,
She has to
Drayden,
know.
fuck you. If this episode made me thirst for Count Dooku, I swear I will flip a table. I am so mad. They don't have the right to make me go, oh my god, that man is hot, and it turned out to be Count Dooku. I'm not okay with this. But turned out it was kind of cool actually in the episode.
But
So I was
also
like,
he was
"Ah."
right though, you know, like he
Yeah,
was
he was
high.
right.
He
but I
wasn't
was
just
like,
high. He was like his heart was in the right place, and he knew what
Yeah,
he was
that's the
doing.
thing.
He had a
actually was
big dick
cool.
and good morals. Like, what more could you want?
I guess he was like, yeah. They showed us that he had good motivation, and he wasn't just a whiny bitch being like, oh, I want power. Like that would have sucked. He was actually like kind of cool when he was young. But I remember I had a moment of like, no, they wouldn't do that to me. This show would not make me thirst for Kondoku.
Not
And
only
they
did they
did,
make
and
you
I-
thirst for him, they made you sympathize with him.
Yeah, I was like, man, sorry, dude. I'm so sorry you get like killed in the movies. But yeah, it was like.
Count Dooku and hot cringe.
Yeah, that's honestly the only thing I'm ever right about is like recognizing voice actor from other places. I am not good at thinking.
You're shockingly, terrifyingly good at that. Yeah, I cannot
something-
believe you noticed that was Bashir. I was like, yo.
Yeah, I was exactly gonna. We did like one episode where there's like some senator, he needs help or some shit, and he has like maybe 10, 20 lines, some shit. Or I think I recognized it after he said 10 lines. Nothing more. That's when he starts like he's like an old man, and I'm like, he's not trying. You know, Dr. Bashir in Deep Space Nine has a young and cheerful voice. You know, he's all full of joy. While
This
he's
man is
acting as an old
haunted by
man.
the like terrors of war.
Yeah, so he's not trying to even put the same voice on purpose, right? So I'm just like, but at some point I'm just like, Raiden, isn't it Dr. Bashir? And Raiden's like, no, wait, is it? And I'm just like,
And I'm like
I
watching
think
the
it is.
episode, trying to hear another line to even hear it. And he has so few lines, and that never happens until they look it up and prove themselves right. I was like, holy shit.
oh yeah, it was like at that point I was like watching the Monster Hunter Rise anime.
Mhm.
No, Monster Stories anime, and at some point there's a gang of cats of palicos,
Mhm.
and one of them is, I don't know how to say it. It kind of gives me fruity vibe a little bit, and I don't know. And at some, he started talking like really posh, like almost like butler Victorian, like, "Hi, yes, it is I." I don't remember. I think he has like an ice name because he has ice power. It's like stupid. Like I'm gonna call him Icicle. Like, ah, yes, it is me, Icicle. And I'm like, wait, is that like the guy from Black Butler, like the hot butler that everyone's looking for? And I Google him, and the fruity ice cat was in fact the guy from Black Butler.
Crazy.
And I thought it was really funny. I was like, oh. Now, if I remember well, I think the guy from Black Butler was in like a bunch of shit. So sometimes I'm just gonna watch a random anime and I'm gonna be like, wait, is that the? And it is, because he's everywhere. That man is like most people in anime. Funnily enough, they're like in everything. Like if
No,
you're
I
good
know.
enough-
There's only so many anime voice actors. There's only so many
Yeah.
that they are like, you're good enough for us.
Yeah, and it's like you want a posh man, get the guy. And it's really funny because I googled him because I was like, I think he's British. He's not. He's from Texas. The guy from Black Butler that's like, yes, my lord, he's from fucking Texas, and I was like,
Yeah, the southern
Yeah, maybe
accent
you're-
is a derived version of the British accent. Fun fact.
really
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
The
I
issue
didn't
to
know
be
that.
like, before you go, Blackbeast, yes, indeed, it is time for me to call it. I need to go pick up my dogs from doggy
Yeah,
daycare.
no
They're gonna have a good
problem.
time. And I have one last question from chat where Blackbeast asked me, did they lie to the water cultists? They did sound quite confident. And the true answer is, I don't know. I don't know your character well enough to call them on whether or not I was lying. You certainly did sound confident, and at the very least there was a half-truth to it, in that you do in fact hate the gods. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for being the wonderful people you are. follow that link at the top of the chat screen over to Dark Nemesis when you can watch them continue their art for as long as they stay online, and we will be seeing all of you next time. Arrivederci, everyone. Arrivederci.
Yeah, goodbye, Drayden.